Hello, everyone. We are live at 5. It is Tuesday, January 22nd. I'm Paul Wantorek.
And I'm Beth Stevens.
And over there, we have Caitlin Moynihan.
Hello.
One of our favorite dashing leading men is here today in the guest seat. Who's here, Beth?
Michael Park of the Broadway Parks.
Larry Murphy himself of the Broadway Parks. I like that.
From, you know the show, Dear Evan Hansen.
Yes. We will talk to him and find out what's going on over there. There's a lot going on. There's always a lot going on in Dear Evan Hansen land. But first, today's top 5.
The nominations have been announced for movies' biggest night.
Guys, it's Oscar nomination day. We don't care as much as we do for Tony nomination day, but we're going to tell you about it anyway.
Big deal.
Big deal. All right, let's get to it. Let's just talk about the theater people that got nominated for Oscars. Let's do that. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Are you with me? Are you with me?
Who are you most excited about?
Oh, I don't have excitement.
Oh.
I'm excited for Mark Shaman and Scott Whitman.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's Scott Whitman's first nomination.
So Shaman and
Mark Shaman's
Whitman.
an old pro. He got 2, Mark Shaman.
Mark Shaman got 2 for. First of all,
Okay,
they are
sorry.
Tony winners for Hairspray, and Mark composed the score. I can't talk.
Yeah, he
Composed the
got
score for Mary
nominated for score.
Poppins Returns,
And then one of their
which
songs.
I just saw, and Scott Whitman, who is the lyricist and collaborator, did that for The Place Where Lost Things Go, original song. But let's go back to the actors for a second. Not go back. We haven't started yet. 3-time Tony winner Glenn Close.
7-time nominee.
So 7th nomination.
Is this the year? I don't
For
know.
the
Is the wife flashy enough?
Which
Michael Park
Paul-
says yes.
Paul made me watch it on the plane. Good movie.
I did. I watched it. Well, yeah, on the plane.
And
on the plane.
Tony nominee Bradley Cooper, we couldn't forget him, has been nominated
But-
for actor but not director.
I know he got
Yes.
snubbed for director.
Okay, I don't know if it's a snub, but
Yeah,
he was
he is.
overlooked. He was overlooked. Of course, both of them have been on the Broadway. Bradley Cooper got a Tony nomination for The Elephant Man, and as I said, Glenn Close has 3
2
Tonys.
Broadway.com Audience Choice Awards.
Thank you.
His
Thank
first
you.
award he ever won was a Broadway.com award.
Did we mention A Star Is Born? That's what he's nominated for. This is all over the place. We talked about Shaman and Whitman.
Yep.
Now we've got upcoming Burn This star Adam Driver is
Right.
nominated, and Broadway alum Sam Rockwell. They were both nominated for Best Supporting Actor for Black Klansman and Vice, respectively. Broadway alums Emma Stone
I always forget
and
she was
Rachel
on Broadway,
Weisz.
but she
was
was,
in
wasn't she?
Cabaret. She was in Cabaret for
Come
a
back to the
hot
5 and dime,
second.
Emma Stone. Emma Stone.
Thank you, Paul. The Oscars will be on February 24th on ABC. Will you watch?
Yeah, I'll watch, but I wanted some more theater people on the list.
Yeah. Maybe they can work that out next year.
Never enough.
A new Broadway play is heading to the small screen.
Hey, so did you see American Son? I know you did.
I did.
Beth did a very nice piece on
In-depth.
American Son
In-depth.
on Front Row. Christopher Demos Brown wrote American Son. It's his first Broadway play. And if you missed it on Broadway, this is the final week, I believe, for the Broadway run. It ends on January 27th. But you can watch it on Netflix from the comfort of your home. And honestly,
This is a new thing.
I love theater, but I love the idea of cuddling up and watching
you can
something
watch.
on
You can have a
Netflix.
double header. You can watch Bruce Springsteen, and then go ahead and watch American Son.
It's a
once
whole
it comes
thing
out.
now.
Yeah.
Of course, Kerry Washington, Stephen Pasquale, Jeremy Jordan, and Eugene Lee are all in the show, and they, of course, will be in the. It's
Not
a
of
taping.
course, that's good.
So they're taping it on stage at the booth
okay.
with no audience. It'll be. I'm sure it'll be a great documentation of this really riveting play, with a lot of twists and turns and a lot of rain.
A lot of rain.
So check that out on Netflix.
There's a good storm in that show.
Even
yeah.
though the prices just went up on Netflix, but clearly it's worth it. And I watched Grace and Frankie this weekend,
Thanks for sharing.
which I love.
This 1988 flick is getting the musical makeover.
I love that you keep calling this a flick. We're talking about
like
Mystic
Mystic
Pizza, which
was-
is notable.
I wasn't ready for this. This is a lot of things I like in one news story.
This is a lot of things we like. So Mystic Pizza was a movie in 1988, before you were born, Caitlin.
Set in Mystic,
Yes.
Connecticut, near where I grew up.
Thank you.
Nice little town.
And who was in it?
Seafaring town.
Julia Roberts. is
Julia Roberts. Oh, that was
Julia
like her.
Roberts.
That was
For
right
her
before Stone
first
Magnolias.
movie.
That was her big breakout.
Big breakout. Okay, listen to this. Melissa Etheridge is writing music and lyrics. That's pretty exciting.
Which is crazy because I'm a huge fan.
Okay, this was going to be about Mystic Pizza, but it's also about you. Just
I'm
so we're
sorry,
clear.
I'm
Just
done
so we're
now.
clear. No, it's about you too.
Oh no, I like Gordon Greenberg
That's what I was
too.
going to say. Gordon Greenberg
And I like Sass
will
Goldberg.
co-write the book with Sass Goldberg. Greenberg and Goldberg together at last.
Oh my God! And Gordon will also direct. I assume?
Gordon will direct.
Great director.
So this is in development. We'll see what happens. They all, good stuff. Good stuff. Melissa Etheridge, though, good. Yeah, she had a moment in American Idiot. Is that what you're telling
She had a
me?
Yes.
moment.
She had a
She was
moment.
in it.
She was in it.
for a little
Brief
while.
time.
Briefly,
Yeah.
briefly. But this time she's actually going to write the music.
Is there a role for a dashing, like a Michael Park type in Mystic Pizza? I don't remember.
There will be, because Sass Goldberg watches this, and I'm sure she'll take care of that for him.
Casting has been announced for this on-stage chick flick.
She's just saying flick a lot. So
Yeah,
chick
I
flick.
love flicks.
Chick
So this
flick.
is not a chick flick. It's
There's a musical now
Okay.
called Chick Flick the Musical. Did you know
They
that?
couldn't
We've
decide on
talked about
one,
before.
so
It'll
it's-
be at the West Side Theater.
Wow.
And Cheetah Rivera, award winner, Megan Sikora, who is fantastic, will be in the cast, along with Sharon Catherine Brown, Lindsay Nicole Chambers. You have to have 3 names, and Carla Duran. She only has 2. Anyway, it is about, check this out. Chick Flick wants you to, you get to hang out with Karen, Dawn, Sheila, and Meg. I assume those are the characters. As they get together to unwind, watch a chick flick, and play their favorite drinking game. So it's basically just like real life, but you can watch it.
what is their favorite drinking game?
Well, I mean,
What is their favorite drinking game? You
I
said
don't
the-
know.
Okay.
Well, you have to go see the show.
Okay, I can't wait.
Beth,
Can't
I don't
wait.
know. I'm not
Very
going to
excited.
spoil it.
Thank you.
That's going to be the big plot twist. David Rotera directs. Sarah O. Gleby will choreograph. Oh, there's dancing, too. Well, that's good. 'Cause you have a Cheetah Rivera award winner.
Well, Megan Sikora can kick that leg.
This starts February 21st and opens March 7th. Go check it out. You know what? It's a good girls' night out, I assume. That's
I'm
probably the audience they're
assuming-
going for.
I bet boys
Or
are allowed.
guys.
I mean, yeah, guys can come. It's okay.
The American Clock is having a casting switcheroo across the pond.
So we've been talking about this production of American Clock, Arthur Miller's American Clock, at the Old Vic in London,
Mostly because of the director.
and mostly because of the director, Rachel Chavkin, who did The Great Comet and the upcoming Hadestown, which we loved. Clark Peters, who is a longtime stage alum, especially in London, is going to take over the roles of Robertson and Mo 3. He's replacing previously announced Olivier winner. He's not previously Olivier winner. He's an Olivier winner who's previously announced. Giles Terrera, who has exited the production for personal reasons. So you get a chance to see Clark Peters in this classic play.
If you're in London.
In London.
Okay.
That's the thing. People do that. You know what? I'm going to get out of here. That's my cue.
Thank you for stopping by, Beth. It's time. It's Michael Park time.
Finally,
Hey, Caitlin,
finally.
tell everyone about today's dashing guest.
Definitely. So yes, we have Michael Park with us in the studio today. He is currently starring in Dear Evan Hansen on the Broadway. His other Broadway credits include Tuck Everlasting, Cat in a Hot Tin Roof, How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, Little Me, Carousel, and Smokey Joe's Cafe. He has done a whole lot, and he's here to talk about a whole lot. His screen credits include As the World Turns, House of Cards, and my new favorite TV show, You. Be sure to follow him on social media at Park24Hours and leave all of your questions in the comments below. Please welcome Michael and Paul.
Hello, Mr. Park. It's good to see
Hello.
you. Loving the glasses.
Thank
You're
you so much.
Rocking those glasses.
Yeah, you said I look like Sally Jesse Raphael earlier. Now, a lot of people don't know who Sally Jesse Raphael
Google
is.
that. Google
You
that.
might want to Google it, and you're not wrong.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Thanks for stopping by.
It's my pleasure. I'm glad I got the phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a phone call. Yeah, you can come by whenever you want, actually.
that. Don't-
We
don't
won't
tell me
bump
that, 'cause I
anyone
will.
from Michael Park.
I would totally be here.
So, how are things over the Dear Evan Hansen? I mean, this has turned into a big chunk. This is like
So
more than one
excited.
chapter
You know,
now in your memoirs.
Right, we're going to say goodbye. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to Taylor, who is just...
Taylor Trench.
Goodness gracious, he's quite amazing. And we get to say hi to ABF, Andrew Barth Feldman.
Oh, is that what I'm supposed to call him? Maybe.
Yeah, three names. You love the three-name thing.
This, how old is this kid? 16.
16 years old.
So what? So tell me about that. And you're Larry.
I'm Larry. Well, you want me to tell you the whole story, the synopsis?
No,
of
we're not going
of
to tell them
Dear
the
Evan
story. They
Hansen?
know. They know.
No spoilers.
But what is it like rehearsing? I'm assuming you're already rehearsing. Right?
I've only come in and rehearsed a little bit, and this is new to me too, right? To go over, I've never been in a show this long, to tell you the truth, haven't.
know.
And so to jump from one lead actor to another is new to me, but the rehearsal process is pretty simple. You know, when we had more rehearsal with Nick Jonas when he took over for Daniel Radcliffe in How to Succeed, because of all the dancing and everything and spacing and stuff like that. But this is not like that at all. This kid is impressively good and on stage, but off stage, what a wonder.
But do you think his youth will add something?
Well, it's really cool. I don't know if he's ever broken in a glove before. in real life. So this will be, I mean, when we were singing the song, I felt like I was really singing to someone who had never honestly broken in a glove. So that was kind of fun to work on. And no, I think it's going to be wonderful. And I think he's going to win a lot of hearts. This is only the beginning for this young man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You're going to be excited. Are you going to come in? You've got to
I'll
come.
be there. I'll be
Right.
there.
And not to mention, we've got, Mallory Bechtel playing Zoe. Have you had her on here yet? Have you talked to her?
Has she been on
She
live?
did a fresh face. We
She
did a fresh
wasn't here.
face.
Yeah, we did a fresh face on her.
Because,
she was on live at 5.
again, 19 years old, she walks around like she's like a 40-year-old woman. And she's a very, very smart, very together, extremely talented young lady. So.
Well, these kids are getting really spoiled by being in such a beloved hit musical
You
at such
know,
a young age.
I think so. But hopefully that will be proved wrong.
Yeah. You already name dropping Nick Jonas. So I was told I have to ask.
It was
about,
awesome.
You were at a wedding.
It
You were
was
at
awesome.
the wedding.
The wedding of the year.
It was beautiful.
Where was that?
It was in Jodhpur, India.
How exciting.
Tell me
Who did
about
he
it.
marry?
He married Priyanka Chopra.
Yes,
You might have heard.
she's pretty.
of her. She's very pretty.
How
and
was
she's-
that?
I wish I could express it. I wish I could find the words to articulate how fantastic
was
the
epic.
entire.
It looked
It
epic,
was.
too.
It was epic. I mean, I don't want to. I mean, epic seems too small of a word to use. It was 5 days of extremes.
Wow.
Staying up until 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, and then getting up
Wow.
at 10:30 and doing it all over again. And
You can do that.
believe it or not, yeah, I was as surprised
I
as
can't
anybody
keep up.
that I could keep up. I was surprised my wife could keep up. Oh man, it was I fell in love all over again in India. It was really
You guys hit
something
it
else.
hard. I love it.
What a wonderful mystical place. Now you understand why the Beatles came back transfixed. It's a really magical place. Oddly enough, Stacey Minich, our lead producer, went to India on her vacation over Christmas, over the Christmas holiday, and stayed in the Badwan Palace where the wedding was.
Oh.
Yeah.
She couldn't get an invite to the wedding, so she's like, I'm gonna relive it.
I'm not saying anything about that, but I mean, it was one of those things that it was happenstance that she ended up staying at this wonderful, this palace. It's 250 room palace. That is it's impressive.
Wasn't it great to be at an event that everyone in the world was talking about as you were there too? That was.
But we had I had no contact with the outside world. Fans. Phones were kind of forbidden. You
Right.
can really have it with you. So I had no idea what was going on. It was just. It was great to be untethered. Actually,
Yeah.
it really was. And very rarely are you in your life, you put your phone away for a week.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. I binged you on You. That was fun.
It was,
That was
wasn't
a
it?
fun show. Yeah, you
you
had
like
a
my
nice,
outfit?
You had a nice, you had a very good entrance because we assumed it was something it wasn't.
Right.
Yeah, that
No,
was-
you assumed it was something it wasn't because Joe led you to believe it was something it shouldn't have been, right?
Right.
Think about that for a second.
Sure. Yeah.
It was fun. It was 2 years ago we shot this in Nyack. So
That
I had
long ago?
I had a yeah.
It looked like Nyack.
Yeah, it was
now
Nyack.
that you say it.
September in Nyack. So I had a long commute.
Isn't that a Barry Manilow album?
September in Nyack?
Could have been.
We could write that right now, actually, Paul. We're dating ourselves again.
Never mind.
It was very, but hey, our fun fact: Emily Bergel played my wife.
Yeah.
In You was also that was the second time we were husband and wife because the first time was Cat in a Hot Tin
Yeah,
Roof.
Tennessee Williams.
Yeah.
I remember that. I didn't make the connection until you just
All
said
right.
it. But now
How
I was
about
there.
that?
I saw that.
So when I found out that she was playing that, first of all, when I got this call, I'm like, "What is this show about?" We
Right.
really got no background to any of this. I know it was Greg Berlanti, so I was very excited about that.
Yeah.
Because he's just he's got everything on television right now. So I was really excited, and then to find out that Emily was going to be playing the wife, boom, very
Yeah.
excited.
You're on like a cool dad track. That's like your thing.
Yeah,
Is that,
no, I kind of want to get off the track though. and
what do you
play
want to
some-
be? You want
I
to
don't
like
know.
do something darker?
Some,
or?
yes, very much so.
Yeah.
I love playing I just want to play a bad guy. Might be nice. I got a couple bad guys coming up. Netflix has been very kind to me this year.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and because of Dear Evan Hansen and Stacey Mindich and Wendy or Sean over at 101 Productions have been very kind to let me out and do some wonderful projects.
So you can't tell us what else you're doing on that. You're not an American
I'm playing.
Son.
No,
That's-
two have been. One of them has been announced. I'm playing Laura Linney's husband in Tales of the City.
Oh,
the reboot of Tales of the City.
Stop! I'm so excited for
Yeah,
that.
I am too.
Oh,
I am
I
too.
love
I
those
saw some of the
books.
cuts, and it was I saw some of the dailies, and it was kind of nice. It was nice.
Oh, good.
Or edits, I should say, not dailies.
That's going to be a big deal.
It
People
is.
are gonna-
Which Ashley Park, who was supposed to be
Yeah.
here today, I understand this, but my cousin was also in Tales of the City.
Yeah. Yeah, I
There
know.
you go. You know this.
Yeah, that's why she couldn't be here today. She had to do some dubbing.
Yeah.
Some tales now.
Connection.
Yeah, probably. I have no.
Hey, I'm glad to have you.
glad to be
So
here.
what's it like? You're in how many months into this, Dear Evan Hansen? You're a good 28, 29 months.
I'm past. Yes, I'm past 20. Well, not including previews. I'm past that. I'm probably like 20. Yeah, I'm 25 months into it.
Wow.
2 years.
Okay.
December 4th we opened, right? Of 2016.
Right. So what have you learned about the long run? You said this is the longest.
You know, it's
thing you've
gotten
done.
things have it's really gotten. I don't want to sound so theatery and cliche and actory, but it's gotten deeper, and you're able to sit in something and find little crevices you didn't know existed before. So. With that, and with the freedom to explore, yet stay within this box that we create for ourselves, right? And within the story, it's kind of it's been so fulfilling. It really has.
Yeah.
And I've had to field that question a lot lately. So when do you think you're going to leave? Did you get bored doing the same thing? It's really not the same thing every night. It really is not. You know, I'm very fortunate to work with Michael Lee Brown and Taylor at the same time. We had Roman Banks come in for a show, and that was really exciting because it was the first time he'd ever done it. We have Andrew Feldman coming in now to do this, so that's been a really wonderful moment. And it's going to happen this week, so we're really preparing for that and getting excited. And at the same time, it's a little, there's melancholy involved because you got to say goodbye to Taylor, which we've done before with both Noah and with Ben.
Yeah.
But yeah, working with Jennifer Laura Thompson, and thank God for her, and the time and the ups and downs that we've had throughout the last 2.5 years, 4.5 years, if you count the first table read.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change it for anything. I wouldn't trade it for anything, really.
Is your dressing room like extremely settled in?
Yeah, to the point that
Does it
I
have,
have
like,
to get
a
rid of
smell
some stuff.
to it, or-
No, it's not funky. There's no funk to the dressing room. But I will say that it's gotten to the point where little, and this is me being 50 years old. It's gotten to the point where
You're 50?
I'm 50. I turned 50 this year.
Oh, that already happened?
I did that on the set of Tales of the City. Yeah. it's
Oh,
already
wow.
happened.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. But me being 50, that little things get to me. Like people running in the hallways, like just get off my lawn kind of thing. And I got to realize that just to chill out, dude. Just chill out. Just relax.
Yeah.
And that has helped.
Yeah. Well, it's easier to
The
relax.
reminder that the cast is getting younger is helping me to relax a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, like
know?
when that new Evan was born, you were already...
When that new Evan was
Doing a lot
born,
of
it was
things.
16 years ago. I was on As the World Turns. I don't think I even had a kid on As the World Turns yet.
Right.
Yeah, or I had adopted a kid on As the World Turns. I had like 5 kids on As the World Turns, and one of them was mine.
Did you love musicals as a kid?
I wasn't really. We were in upstate New York. My mom. We talked about this one of the 17 times I've been on the show. That my mom was in a band called Nice and Easy with her sister, and we were joking around about which one was nice and which one was easy. But I don't know. The first musical I remember seeing outside of Rochester, New York, or Canandaigua, New York, was in Toronto. Going to see Phantom of the Opera, and I saw Cole Wilkinson. I was so lucky to see Cole Wilkinson as the Phantom, and I didn't even know how lucky I was at that time. But no, that was when I was a junior in high school.
I was just thinking about what the relationship that these young theater fans have with Dear Evan Hansen, and it's hard to even like relate it to anything. It's interesting to have like a piece of art at that age that they
think about Be More Chill too. I mean, it goes to and Hamilton for that matter. You really have to give all the credit to the internet and exposing them to so much, and these people taking bootleg videos you really have to almost, I don't want to say that I agree or I can, I condone any bootleg photo, videoing, but at the same time, it's bringing a different audience to the show that normally wouldn't be there, right? Which is what Netflix is trying to do now as well. And I believe Steven just did something on Insta, not Instagram, but on Twitter, saying that if Netflix can do for theater what they did for the comedy special or some of these other shows, it would be a great thing for theater. And I kind of agree with him, and I know where he's going with this, but at the same time, there's something about experiencing that one moment with 1,000+ other people that makes that experience so special. And you who go to a lot of theater, who live in New York, who have the access to theater, staying home and watching it on TV might be a wonderful thing for you. But those people in the Midwest who don't, who only get what comes around in tours or whatever, or spends the thousands of dollars it takes to take a trip to New York. Or London or wherever, Toronto, to see live theater, it's really a gift for them. But they don't really get that experience of sitting in and feeling the breath and the heartbeat of 1,000+ people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
So thank you for all those people doing illegal things in the audience
Do you
every now
find
and then.
things on YouTube of yourself? And
I don't think they don't care about me. Like I said, I'm 50.
Larry Murphy?
They don't care. These people.
You got the
these
glove.
People. I say these people. The kids can't possibly relate to what the Murphys are going through, or even what Heidi's going through. I don't expect, and I don't expect them to.
But parents, I've talked to a lot of parents who have a whole different relationship with this show.
I would certainly hope so.
Yeah.
Right. But no, I don't expect the teenage kid or the 20-something kid.
Can you imagine if this taping YouTube shenanigans
Yeah.
had happened when you were doing Little Me? What would be on YouTube?
Oh yeah, that's good.
Explain to Caitlin why that joke's funny.
Because I did a strip tease.
Oh, thank you.
For
It was
Faith
legendary.
Prince.
It was legendary.
I don't know if it were.
For reference.
But I was working with Rob Marshall at the time, who directed,
Yeah,
directed.
that guy, he's doing well.
That guy, yeah, he's doing okay.
He looks exactly the same. By the way, I just saw a picture of him, and I was like, Rob
Both
Marshall.
of them, Rob and Kathleen, they're just wonderful
the
people to
Marshalls,
work
good
with. Thank God we
genes.
have such a wonderful group of directors in New York, and that I've been so fortunate to work with a lot of them, and hopefully work with them again.
Who you dying to work with?
Who am I dying to work with?
Anyone
Goodness
who's
gracious.
really like, God, I'd really have to work with that person.
Now I don't really know. I've been so blessed. I've been so incredibly blessed. I'd like to work with people again, like Casey. I want to get into that world again, and that would be amazing. And then to work with Rob Ashford again and Michael Greif. I mean, I've been so Kathleen Marshall. I would love to work with Kathleen Marshall as a director again.
Cool.
That would really be something. Because, like I said, I've been very, very fortunate in this business. Even to break out the way I did years and years ago, I was so lucky. There's so much luck involved, guys. You want to get into theater, keep doing theater in your community. Do community theater in your high school theater, in your college theater, and whatever. Just keep doing that. Sooner or later, you might just get lucky. And
It was luck and stripping.
It was a little bit.
That's the name of your
You
book.
might just find yourself.
Your
You might find
autobiography.
yourself in New York at the right time in the right place, and boom, it'll all happen for you. But remember, please remember where you came from and what it took to get here. Please, please, please remember that.
Be a good person.
Costs nothing.
Yeah. Good point. You're always a nice guy.
Costs
Hey, Caitlin, what are the people saying? I'm sorry, I'm hogging them.
Yes, no problem. So Justine would like to know, how do you maintain a work-life balance, and what do you do on your day off?
Yesterday was a freezing cold day, so I cuddled up. I watched Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. I know, I'm dying to see it.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. And you'll get past his teeth. And and The Favorite. And I make
good.
a lot of bread. I make dough, I make bread, I make pizza, and that's what we do. My work-life balance is really amazing because I have, I've got a 14-year-old, an 18-year-old who is now at home from college, and she's going to be, realize it's not her time to, really kind of be away from home, and everyone has their choice, and I understand that, and everyone has their own path, so stay on your path. And my son is 21 in Boston, and keeping in touch with them and everything is, part of my world and part of my life, and I don't really think about that because it's just ingrained. And then the work thing is I have another family at work too. So I'm in a really wonderful place. I'm very, very fortunate. To maintain that is just, to remember to, get as much sleep as I possibly can and hydrate.
Love that. George would like to know, how do you stay emotionally fresh for each show?
We get this question a lot, and it's a super fair question. And I had friends at the in the audience on Saturday night, and they asked me the same thing actually. And because they were there, you tend to find a way to dedicate the show to certain people. And when you're doing that, and you know that they're either cheering you on, or they haven't seen the play before, or the musical, or they have no interest, they have no outside interest in the play. They have not read up on it. They haven't read a review. They have no idea what they're about to see. That's when I get the most excited. And when I realize that it's just not my friends that are in the audience, it's another, maybe another teenager that has no idea what they're about to watch, and you know that this is going to change their life in a way, and the parent who's with them, or the parent who's with them, has no idea what the show is. You're going to change their life in the way they look at their son or daughter, and that keeps you going every single night. Every single night, it's different. And I know that I've got Jennifer Laura Thompson next to me to get through this incredibly difficult show at times. And so, yeah, that's how.
Amazing. This will be our last question.
Wonderful.
Sarah says, my 13-year-old said that her favorite song from the show was To Break in a Glove.
She's lying.
No, no, she's not. What is it about the song that makes it such a moment, or why do you think?
Because I'm a dad and my son, and I'm going to get emotional because it happens. And this is why the show is so easy for me to do every night. My son played baseball. My son, is a bit oppositional with me, always has been. And so it's really amazing to teach Larry's version of Breaking in a Glove, even when I know that it's baloney, but that it's his version. And I know that it's really, it's wonderful. What was the question exactly again? Because I got off on a tangent.
Why do you think your song To Break in a Glove is such a moment in the show?
I'll tell you the real reason. The real reason is at the end of the song. It's when I was going to say Ben. It's when Evan tells the truth for the first time, really, to Larry. He opens up to Larry, and Larry becomes this symbol of this father figure to him, and vice versa with Larry to Evan. It's necessary in the sense that we need to see another side of Larry. We need to see that side of him attempting to be a father, or how he attempted to be a father at one time. Also, it gives the audience a chance to see Evan with a father figure, because he's been surrounded by his mom and his mom's routine for so long. So it is necessary. But for me, as an actor, it's necessary in my life. I don't know if I ever leave the show. I don't know what I'm going to do without that moment to remember and to kind of give to my son in a way.
Love that.
I love that you can speak about that with so much emotion after all this time in the show. That's so amazing.
It gets me.
That's amazing.
It gets me.
That's why you're still in the show and still fantastic.
Oh, you're wonderful. Thank you.
Over at the Music Box Theater. It is a little music box, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
It's a beautiful little theater.
beautiful little
It's
theater.
great to see it. That's what's great about Broadway. You grew up seeing shows on the road, and the theaters are so big, and then you come to Broadway, and it's so intimate, and it's fantastic.
I don't know if the show, I haven't been on the road, and I've heard that we're doing really well on the road too.
Yeah.
How these huge theaters are in the back of the mezzanine or the back of the second balcony, how that person is experiencing the show. I would love to know.
Right.
Because there's only 8 people on the stage at any one given time, and most of the time it's just Evan speaking to the abyss with Jared or with Alana. So I wonder how that reads from 50 feet away, 75 feet away.
Well, if you're in New York, check out this guy,
Please.
Music Box Theater. Larry Murphy himself, Michael Park, dear Evan Hansen. Look, I can't wait to see more of you on Netflix.
Oh, please.
Just more Netflix. I'm into it. And some
You're gonna
darker,
enjoy
some darker.
There will be
darker
some
things.
really dark stuff coming up.
Okay, good. Hey, Caitlin, why don't you take us out?
Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We are live at 5 every single day on Facebook. You can listen to us in a podcast form by searching for hashtag live at 5 and hitting that subscribe button. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. We talk to Joshua Boone from Network.